Yes, it is me, famous YouTuber. My name is Daniel, and yes, I am live. It's true. It's true. The allegations are true. I won't be beating the I'm live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daniel. Allegations. Famous YouTuber here. Proud maker of viral video. This is probably the dumbest challenge in SILKSONG here. Boys, we are back, boys. For, again, the first time in a little while. We are back for some more SILKSONG Pogo only action. And I'm excited about it, alright? I'm excited about it because today, people, today is part 1 of Act 3, which is pretty freaking cool. I wonder how that's gonna go. Let's just jump straight into it. Ooh, cinema, guys. Actual cinema. Actual cinema if you've never seen Act 3 before. And this is the first time I've entered Act 3 in a fat minute, because the last couple times I played through this game, they've been speedruns. So I've stopped at Act 2 each time. Ooh, boy. Act 3. Here we come. Act 3. The Abyss, right? Or the Void? Abyss. Not even the Abyss. It's just Abyss. Oh my goodness. That's saucy, bro. That's saucy. Woo. Okay. So, I am mostly satisfied with all of the prep that I've done. There's two kind of... Wow, I am low on health. Can I bind or no? Not even. Probably not. There are two, like, aspects. Well, I can. W's. There are two aspects where I'm like, okay, you know what? I probably should have done this before like, entering Act 2. Or, sorry, Act 3. There's like two things. And one of them is like, dang, I really should have done this. I hope it doesn't screw me over. The other one's like, you know what? Maybe I should have done this, but it's probably not that big of a deal. Like, it is not that big of a deal, but maybe it would have been cool if I did try it. Like, that's the other one. So the first one, well, I guess I'll say this, like, the first one so after, actually. The second one, where it's like not as big of a deal, is the Unraveled fight. Whether or not that's locked off, it would have been pretty cool to, like, actually try and do that fight. Like, maybe I should have done so. Not a huge deal. It would have been fun to try it though. And then, oh wow, look at this. This is the bottom of the cradle, or like where you get the Vault Keeper's Melody, or the Architect's Memory. Actually, that's what it's called. And then the other thing is that the other thing that I'm like, oh shoot, I really hope this doesn't come back to bite me, is I forgot to talk to the Green Prince at all of his locations. Like, I talked to him like out and about near the bathhouse, I think, in the Citadel. But I think I also have to talk to him. I'm supposed to talk to him in the, I think I'm supposed to talk to him in, pretty sure I'm supposed to talk to him in, I was supposed to talk to him in the Cogwork Dancers Arena also, and I forgot to do that. Ooh, that hurts. There's a good chance I die here, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a full stack with you. There is a chance I die here. Just because you really barely have any health for any of this. Okay. Combat arena. Let's go. Who's coming first? I am one tap right now. Okay. It's one down. It's a good start. And I'm dead. There we go. He'll still be there in Act 3. The Unraveled? Okay. He'll still... Oh, oh, you're talking about the Green Prince? Oh, so he'll still be in the Cogwork arena, like, Cogwork Dancer arena in Act 3? That's huge, then. That's huge. That means I didn't sell too hard. Yes, sir, Hornet Rants. Yes, sir, Hornet Rants. Welcome in to the stream. Yeah. This is part 1 of Act 3. I like... The timing of things kind of worked well. The timing of things kind of worked well to when I actually started streaming this. Like, I actually should have streamed a little bit on Saturday, but I didn't end up doing my normal weekend stream. Jacob, yeah, that's actually excellent news then, Jacob, because that is, first of all, I doubt it'll come to this, but if it does end up being the case where I kind of like throw in the towel on if I kind of throw in the towel on like one of the 3 potential like heart fights. I don't really remember the title of them. But if I throw in the towel on one of them, I can always go to Las Verdania and kind of use that one to kind of like supplement one of the other 3. Like I could easily see the Coral Tower being like, oh yeah, that's like a lot of trouble, more than it's necessarily worth. So instead of doing all, I'm an idiot. Instead of doing all that, I'll go to Las Verdania and do that one instead. I would like to avoid that. If anything, I'd like to just do all 4 because that would be even more fun. I'm thinking of changing your names my name soon. The name Hornet Rants makes you sound like a 5-year-old. That's pretty funny. I mean, if it's any consolation, I didn't get that impression when I read it. I just assumed it was like, okay, Hollow Knight fan, checking out some Hollow Knight streams on YouTube. That was the vibe I got. I love that it's basically a freaking tradition at this point, that every time I like come back and do a session of this game after like a little while of not playing, like, you know, normally I'll play like every other day or so because I'm streaming Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, so it's like there's never like more than a day or 2 in a row where I don't stream, you know. But if it ever is the case where like, okay, let's say like one stream I'll play Night Rain or something like that, and then I have to skip the next stream, so it's been like a week or so since I played. Every time that's happened, I come back and like right off the bat, I freaking mess up the Pogo and smack an enemy in the face like an idiot. Let's stay locked in this time. Wow, okay. I love that I say that. Heal up there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright. Yeah, you, I just stay in the air. I'm chilling against you. Oh my goodness, that was easy. Cogwork Core melody song sound, yeah, dude, that's probably the best. I would say it's top 3. Like, I can think of like Bilewater and just in general, like the Coral Chambers, the Citadel theme itself. Like those are also contenders. But Cogwork Core is probably like the best area song of the game. Top. It's definitely at least top 3. Yeah. Like, I would say once you, if you're counting also like the, if you're also counting the, let's see, all right, yeah, it is. If you're also counting like boss themes and like other types of songs, I would say it might not be as competitive. But if you're just talking about like the OSTs of the area, oh my goodness, bro, Cogwork Core is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, another thing that I was actually thinking of doing, because I feel like this would be content, is, and this is another thing that might even be too late now that I'm in Act 3, I don't even know, is I want to go to, yo, this is a really long black screen. Okay, there we go. Sherma! Oh, my goat, Sherma, thank you for rescuing me, my goat. Dude, you look so freaking fancy with your new cloak. Thank you, Sherma, for rescuing me. Okay. Yeah, but another thing I had the idea of doing for today's stream was going to Phantom, which, again, I don't even know if you can still fight Phantom in Act 3. It's totally possible that access to Phantom is, like, gated out in Act 3. But I got a lot of comments on my video talking about how there's a lot of conflicting information on my last video talking about how, oh, well, actually, you can beat Phantom with Pogo only because you don't have to parry her at the end of the fight. If you just sit there and wait for literally 10 minutes, like, eventually the fight will just end, you know? And I saw people saying that, I was like, I mean... But then I saw some people saying, like, no, even if you do that and, like, wait the full 10 minutes or whatever, like, the fight doesn't actually end. All it does is just redo that section, and you still have to do the parry thing, like, blah, blah, blah. You know, I also saw people saying that, so... The reality is, I just don't know what it does, and I would like to do some testing to find out. Reaper's Crest makes pull going so much easier. That is the truth. Scratching a Carmelita's team has no right to go so hard. Yeah. Yeah, that is probably going to be the single hardest fight, I would imagine. That or Lost Lace is going to be the single hardest fight of Pogoing only. without a doubt. That was like probably that and Lost Lace again. Like those two are the hardest in general. Are like were the hardest fights for me in just my first playthrough, like my casual just playthrough. So I feel like yes, that will also definitely be. That will also definitely just straight up be the hardest fight in this challenge as well. Okay, so first thing I'm doing here is I'm just going to the Belby station. I mean, Nihilist's whole thing is having to pogo her most of the time. The only problem with her is having to do this Seth. Yeah, in my opinion, both in just the backed by the numbers for me and also just my like impression of things is that Seth already Seth is the real boss of that like of that objective, you know. He's the real guardian for that heart, for the heart of the forest or whatever it's called. Like Nihilith is not like a nothing boss, you know. Like I think it's pretty reasonable to find her difficult. I didn't beat her on my first try myself, you know. I did beat her on my second try. I didn't beat her on my first try though. Let me reset this bench. We're gonna have to lock in for this. But Seth genuinely was like a pretty tough fight. So like Seth overall was actually a pretty tough fight. So for this, we'll see how it goes. I would not put him anywhere on the level of something like Carmelita or Lost Lace, but Seth is a pretty tough one for sure. Yo, Mini Pop, welcome into the stream. Tormented Trobio, I could have some, to be honest, and that's like, actually that's not out in the first video, because the first video is only Act 1. Normal Trobio gave me a decent bit of trouble, so Tormented Trobio I could easily see being pretty tough too. Mini Pop, I literally just started, like literally I had just started. Okay, that's not what I meant to go. We are about to fight the Bell Eater, which, dude, this is probably gonna be a problem. And you know what? For the Bell Eater, I think I want let me go to Grand Bellway. I'm about to fight the Bell Eater. I think I want the Delver's Drill for this dude. So here's what's about to happen with the Bell Eater. There's like certain this is usually how most bosses interact with this challenge, right? Is that there are a lot less opportunities for you to get in hits, right? And that's because just in general, the way the flow state of a boss works is there are times when it is not safe to go for a hit because the boss is doing an attack, and there are times when it is safe to go for a hit because the boss is not doing an attack. In this challenge, the number of types of attacks I have is literally from like 4 or 5 or something down to literally 1, right? Literally just 1. So the amount of times where it is safe for me to go for that attack is less for each boss. Now, depending on the type of boss, it's like less by a little bit. Like maybe one or two of the attacks aren't safe anymore, but the rest of them are. And some of the bosses it goes from 1 or 2 attacks less to only 1 or 2 attacks are safe. This is gonna be the boss where I think it is literally 1 attack that I can actually go for damage on. So we will see how it goes. I love the first Pogo video. Excited to watch the stream. Hell yeah, Mini Pop. Hell yeah, I'm glad. Dude, I really, like, obviously, this goes without saying. Like, you can just look at the number that's under my channel name, and then look at the number of views. Then, that's number 1. Then number 2, look at the number under each of the other videos that I posted to this channel. And then number 3, look at the number under that video that I posted. It goes without saying how, like, incredibly hype I am for that, on how well that video did. Okay, so see, yeah, that's 1 attack. Normally, you want to get a hit. Nope, not in this challenge, because he's on the ceiling. Literally nothing I can do. That right there. Okay, I can get a hit right there. That's awesome. Okay. This, nope, nothing I can do. Just gotta wait. And then, yep, depending on what you do there, I have to play it safe. Okay, so at least for now, I definitely have a time to get in and attack before, like, whatever action the boss takes when he pops up from the bottom there. So, like, even if you're gonna go for your slam or your swipe or whatever, or even if you're gonna poop out your bombs, I can still hit you, then dodge, then maybe get even another hit in after. So actually, okay, you know what? I really thought this fight was gonna be a lot worse, but so far this has not been awful at all. All right, now we're actually in it though. Phase 2. We'll see how this goes. Okay, I don't know why I just tried to smack that bell when that's like not a real thing. Okay, and I don't know why I'm running into the boss's attacks right now. Okay. Let's fix that. Oh, it's freaking had to bounce. Okay. I'm so glad I talked all that smack about how it actually wasn't that bad, and now look at what I'm doing. Okay, I can heal now. I will do so. I actually dodged where that was going to land, but the AoE from the fact that it was a bomb got me. I can't get a hit there. I just don't think I can. Maybe now? Nice. Okay, okay, that's one hit. Could be worse. Okay. When you spit out all the... Yeah, when you do that attack, when you do the Brooding Maulek attack, I don't really have time to get a hit afterward, I think. Or sorry, yeah. Well, I guess actually, hey, both of your attacks are Brooding Maulek attacks, at least from the head. Brooding Maulek never pooped out any bombs, at least to the best of my knowledge. That's only this guy. But like swipes from the claw and spitting out like acid or whatever. Brooding Maulek definitely was doing all that stuff. Oh, I freaking hit your armor instead of you. Okay, you know what? You know what? The start of phase 2 is a little rocky here. This actually is going quite well right now. This is actually going quite well right now. Ooh, this is scary. Yeah, that was scary. I actually got hit by one of the bombs there, not even the spit. That's crazy. And I do need another heal whenever one becomes available. Oh, homie's stalling right now. Doing attacks back to back on the ceiling and then doing that attack. Bro's actually just stalling. He knows he's cooked. Beautiful. And get the heal. Ooh, that's dangerous. Yeah. Okay, so that was a bad heal. It's fine though. It was a net positive at least. I still did heal 2 out of 4 masks. I don't like this position at all. Nope. That sucks. Stalling again. Just don't spit. Yeah, that's fine then. Wow, dude. I did not think I was going to get hit there. Dude, and he's just stalling again. He's doing only ceiling attacks. Okay. Okay. Just stay locked. Just stay locked. I think we got another him like crawling thing across the screen. We do indeed. I feel like I'm getting close here. No! What am I doing? Oh my good. Oh my god, bro. I mistimed that. I got greedy. No! Oh, I just choked there at the end. I actually could have had that first try, I think. Damn. Damn. Yeah, Artistic Whiskers phase 2 really sucks. Oh, dude, I bet I actually was quite close there. I've not done this boss normally yet, but seems pretty fun. Your definition of fun and mine might be a little different, Mini Pop. Yo, fair enough, honestly. Fair enough. Maulek, the Brooding Maulek is a pretty forgettable fight. I think just the fact that he also shows up... Yeah, that probably was so close. The fact that he shows up in the arenas kind of makes him a little more memorable for me. I don't, you know, that's a bad fucking sign. Starting off at the top of the screen, like that gives me bad vibes. As your very first attack. Oh, that's not what I really meant to click. Okay, that's fine. You know, probably the fight would have gone a little bit better if I was using my my tools from the start. Wow, already phase 2. Oh my goodness. I shredded that man just now. Starting at the top here, that's fine. No! Okay, that's insane that you actually double at the top right now, just making me waste my freaking charge of the Flint Slate. That sucks. What the hell, bro? Okay. You know what? Should I heal? Now I'm at full silk. I can afford to take a hit, heal, and then still have enough silk to heal again. I'll just conserve my silk, honestly. Dude, I knew it, bro. Okay, that's fine. I think I'm just... Wow, that actually was crazy. Jesus. What a great start to this fight, the first, like, third of it, and then what an awful, like, sequence of events just now. Oh, I hit his armory. Okay. Okay, one hit with the drill is, or with the flint slate is not great. After Belly Eater, do I plan to do Tormented or something else? After Belly Eater, I'm gonna go... I probably want to get the Silk Sword as fast as possible. I probably want to get the Silk Sword as fast as possible. But I know there are a few, like, upgrades I can get. Like, I definitely should get the Magnetic Dice as fast as possible. That's honestly something I could have gotten a lot earlier. I just kind of had it in my head of saving it for Act 3 for getting that. Not really for any particular, like, tactical reason. I just, like, a vibes-based choice, I guess. So I can go get that for free. I never did the target practice, like, minigame, the throwing pin minigame that's in the Marrow. So I can get that also and get an upgrade to my tool capacity. Okay, I kind of disagree with that. I feel like my Pogo propelling me upward should have kind of made me dodge that. He's doing a double screen crawl attack. This is fine. Oh my god, dude. Okay, 2 hits is fine. 2 hits there. 4 hits there is actually great. Just gonna heal here. Yeah, alright. Could have gotten another hit on the butt of the boss probably, but I'll take the heal there for sure. Just barely got the damage in there without getting hit by the bomb. That was fire. Okay. I feel like we're getting close here. Is this still attempt 2? This is still attempt 2. Yeah, it is. Wow, this is the long one, huh? Ooh, okay. I got greedy by going for 2 there. That was not smart of me. But it's fine, because now I can do this. Oh! There's no way. I thought that bomb... There was no shot a bomb was going to reach me from all the way across the screen like that. Oh my goodness. Wow, that was a fumble. It's fine. It's only a fumble if I actually lose the fight. If I still win, then it wasn't a fumble. There we go, there we go. I think that's it. The way he just left. Yes! Yo, Bell Mommy, come here. Yeah, let's fucking go. That's what I thought, bro. That moment was so hype, dude. In the first playthrough when that happened, oh my goodness, the pop-off was insane. GG's. Yo, Artistic Whiskers over on TikTok. Thank you so much for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Oh, Mommy, teach me your song. And thank you, thank you for the alley-oop there. Or I guess I gave you the alley-oop, right? I'm not a basketball person. I don't know the technicalities for the terminology. Let's fucking go. Magnetic dice are gonna be so good. Oh, but it's gonna cost a bit now. No. Mini pop. I don't think so. For me, in my first playthrough, I got the magnetic dice just from going to where the dude like hangs out. In my first playthrough, I could be wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering, but that's fine. Money's not really an issue right now. I have plenty of money, even if that is the case. Evolved Hunter with multi-binder, ejector brand, Delver's Drill, Beast Masking, and Flint Slate. Yes, that is the current loadout right now. Now I probably will switch to Wanderers and finish off the game with that once I get it, just because I have been using Hunter's Crest for like a majority of the game. I'm over Crest of the Architect. That I can say for sure. I'm over it with Crest of the Architect. I will not be using that one anymore for sure. Okay. So obviously the drill should be on my down B attack, not on my up B attack. I feel like that goes without saying. Take me to the Blasted Steps. $500 rosaries from Grindel. Okay, I think I should have plenty. Let's take a look, see. How many am I packing? I got 1,000, and I have another, like... over 800 something, 850 around in that stack. If my quick math is correct there. Yeah, Wanderer Pogo is definitely second only probably to Reaper Krogo for this challenge. However, oh my god, this whole time I could have bought this from this guy? What the hell, bro? I've been selling this whole time? Okay, I'll take that. Yes, I will take that. And I'll take these also. Thank you. Thank you, Grindle. I appreciate your patronage. Yeah, Wanderer's Crest, it definitely would be strong. It definitely would be strong. It's just a little uninteresting for this type of challenge. That's the word I used in my justification. So it's banned because the whole idea behind the challenge initially, which I think I touch on in the actual video itself, is that I wanted, like, I had this idea for the challenge after seeing like what their response was to how like the Pogo in this game, it being different than the Pogo in Hollow Knight, like gave people so many problems. I say people, bro, I'm talking about myself. Like, oh my goodness, bro. Hunter's March in my first playthrough, you'd best believe, all right, you'd best believe Hunter's March in my first playthrough was something else. It was. But like the idea came from that. Like the Pogo was like one of the toughest things for people to get used to. So let's see what it's like doing a Pogo only challenge, you know? And that was where the idea of this challenge came from. Okay, I am not going the right way at all. This is silly right now. I'm getting all turned around and lost right now. Oh, I'm the exact opposite, Mini Pop. Beast Pogo can Beast Pogo is not invited into the cookout. All right, I'll put it that way. I'm not a fan of the Beast Pogo. I'm gonna just Hunter's March after getting Wanderer's Crest. So you didn't have that problem. Yeah, I went to Hunter's March like instantly before I had any movement abilities. Right after the Marrow, I went from the Marrow straight into Hunter's March, and then from Hunter's March, from there I went into the Deep Docks. Yeah, Hunter's March, I went there first. So I was fighting tougher enemies. I was doing platforming sections and all that stuff with a lot less resources than a lot of other people. So I was kind of forced to get used to the Hunter's Crest. Now, funnily enough, now I'm so much more comfortable with the Hunter's Crest than I am with pretty much any of the other crests. So the Hunter's Crest now is my preferred crest. But back then it was like the tougher one. So the reason I like got into talking about that in the first place was the whole point is like I decided I didn't want to use the Wanderer's Crest or the Reaper Crest because their Pogos are so simple, they're so easy to use, they're so good. It's just less interesting for the challenge, in my opinion. So I was like, I'm gonna ban those two outright. I hadn't decided like initially, but I was like also thinking about like, do I want to ban the Reaper's Crest, or sorry, the Witch's Crest and the Wanderer Crest? And at first I was like, I'm not sure. Like, I feel like I should want to ban those because those are also like very good, simple to use Pogos. Eventually I decided on not banning them, and the reason for that is because with the Wanderer and the Reaper Crest, they have the quote unquote better Pogo. With no downside, with just no downside for their part, but the Podostoma, but the Witch's Crest, its downside is I literally cannot heal with that crest because the way you heal is with its bind, and that bind is not a Pogo, so I cannot be using that to hit enemies. It is literally not a Pogo. And then the Wanderers or the Shaman's Crest, I think I've been saying Wanderer this whole time. The Shaman's Crest, it also has a downside. It's not as stark as the Witch's Crest is, but the downside of it has two downsides actually. No red tools for one. That's a pretty big one actually. So yeah, no red tools, so I can't use the drill. I can't use the flint slate. I can't use any red tools. And also number two, the heal is not as good because you have to be grounded when you use the heal. So it also has some downsides. That is pretty funny, yeah, Mini Pop. Vienta. Dude, in my first playthrough, when I got so like when these guys betrayed me, bro, I was so mad at them. I was so mad at them, dude. Like, it was so cool to find out that they were snail shamans. Don't get me wrong. Like, that was insanely cool for sure. But then when I found out that they were bad guys, or I mean, quote unquote bad guys. Oh, dude, it made me so upset. The shaman do damage with the bind. Yeah, it does. Wait, shaman. No, shaman doesn't do damage with the bind. Shaman's bind is just a normal heal, except it like grounds you when you do it. Where am I going? Deep docks. Shaman's bind is a normal heal, except that it grounds you when you do it. Okay, I actually just realized something. I'm not going to the deep docks yet. First, I want to go to the bile water. I want to go to bile water first. I'm doing this for 2 reasons. So first of all, the next objective right now is I'm gonna go to Phantom. Oh, let me sit at the bench first. I'm gonna go to Phantom, and there's 2 reasons for that. First reason is I'm genuinely interested to see if I can even get to her in Act 3, like this, the way that I am right now. What's up, Adam?
How could you not keep playing that?
Yeah, you're insane, dude. Legends ZA. Probably because I didn't get 30,000 views on a Legends ZA YouTube video. It would be the main reason for that.
Oh, you're streaming right?
Of course, yeah. All right. Probably don't need this anymore. Yeah. All right. So first of all, I'm just interested to. Yeah, Mini Pop, you literally read my mind. I'm just interested in seeing what happens when you try to go to, like, if you've never beaten Phantom, what happens when you go to her in Act 3? Like, is it even possible to fight her? Is she, like, also corrupted by the silk or whatever? Okay, for a second I was like, yo, there are no butterflies here? What is going on? But also, I need to do some myth busting in this game, because I got some conflicting information in the comments on my last video, and I am interested, to say the least, to put that information to the test and see exactly what the deal is. Yo, Neptune, thank you so much for the follow over on TikTok, bro. I appreciate it. You're the goat for that. Okay, wow, this is a very lucky, spawn or some lucky RNG for my second room here. But yeah, dude, oh my gosh, the mist on tier is insanely annoying. Are you kidding me? Like, I am like way more overpowered than I quote unquote should be coming here right now. I got double jump, I got clown line. It really shouldn't be that bad right now. But oh my god, dude, coming here like normally, Jesus Christ, this place is a freaking nightmare. A nightmare. Okay, I got these rates on all sides right now. I need a single butterfly, please, to tell me where to go. Game? There we go. Some butterflies, thank you. How bad was Grohl? Did he take a long time? Oh, wouldn't you like to know? Okay, I'm joking. I actually will tell you. Surprisingly, I got Grohl on my first try. And that was so hype when I got Grohl on my first try. You'll see it in the video, the Act 2 video. I actually just wrote the script for that section of the Act 2 video today, and it's pretty hype. I can't lie, it is pretty hype. But yes, I was able to actually beat Grohl somehow on my first try, which is fire. Re-shotting you is a little nutty, I won't lie. Oh my god. Freaking out for blood here. Gonna heal. Gonna play my song. I'm trying to beat Raging Conchfly right now. Oh my goodness, Jay. I think I still have to beat Raging Conchfly in this run, actually. That was something that I probably should have done in Act 2 while I was still in Act 2, and I kind of guess I forgot to do it. But I have to do it now, so... Well, not now, like, right now, but I will have to do it in Act 3, which I think is going to be... It's either going to be kind of nice that I saved it, because now I'm more powerful, like, have more needle upgrades, have more health, and that kind of thing. Or it's gonna be absolutely awful because like the ads it spawns in will be voided up and I'll just be screwed. We'll have to see. Yeah, getting health upgrades is like very important in this game, and it makes sense as to why there's so many more of them in this game. I think there's only 3 in Hollow Knight, and there's 5 in this game. You can get up to 10 masks in this game versus only 3 in Hollow Knight. So I personally enjoy the double damage. I would say that's maybe a controversial opinion. I am not upset that like so many of the bosses deal double damage. I don't have a problem with it. But that's just because I really enjoy the challenge of this game. Like I want this game to be so hard that it makes me want to rip my hair out. You know, I like that aspect of Hollow Knight and of this game. Okay, she's still here. Wow, this is kind of a surprise. So this is kind of like an unofficial part of the Pogo challenge. Like I think I'm gonna fight the boss doing only Pogos right now, but it's not because like I already did that and pretty much beat the boss. Like I didn't get to the parry like prompt or whatever, but I did like fight a majority of the boss and, you know, prove that obviously I could fight the boss. And I did already do that. So right now I'm just doing this for the theory crafting. Okay, well there you go. Yeah, I can't. I literally just smacked the boss. Can't. I'm trying to beat the. Oh, you're on Carmelita right now, dude. That's probably that's like my favorite or my second favorite boss in the game, Carmelita. I love Carmelita so much, bro. Like Carmelita was the first boss I got to that I was like, oh, yes, I'm playing a Hollow Knight game right now. This is amazing. That and okay. Well, to be fair, I like First Sinner more than Carmelita, I think. So First Sinner 100% also gave me that impression, gave me that vibe. But First Sinner didn't give me that vibe because of the difficulty. Like, it just gave it to me because of how much fun it was. But Carmelita genuinely was that difficult. I was like, oh, this is a Hollow Knight game, of course. By the way, I almost just smacked the boss again, normally. Dude, I am, right now I'm the king of accidentally going into the wrong direction, but it low-key saving me. I'm playing a little sloppy just because I'm trying to go fast right now, which honestly is probably a mistake, because that's literally how I accidentally hit the boss with a non-Pogo. Not one single minute ago, I just did that. Ow. But I mean, to be fair to me, Phantom in Act 3 is a little underwhelming. I can afford to play pretty sloppily because I'm like way stronger for this boss than would be expected. Okay, so phase. Oh, what was that? Oh, I didn't take damage. Okay. So I was definitely expecting to get hit there. All right, so we're in phase like 1.5, quote unquote, you could say right now. It's not phase 2. She hasn't done her like phase transition yet. But she is doing that like slam down attack, which she only starts doing when she's at a certain amount of health. Okay. I think I can get a punish in there when she does that attack, but I need to do it in a specific way. Okay, that's not the way either, apparently. Wow, dude, I gotta say, I am quite pleasantly surprised at how Bell Eater went. I was definitely expecting that to be way more of a challenge. So the fact that I got Bell Eater on my second try, that's pretty sick. That's pretty awesome stuff. Okay. At this point, I'm just like really trying to not accidentally smack the boss normally. Because if I do that and have to do this fight over again, I will be a little upset. I think chances of me getting punishes in while she's doing all this is 0. It's either 0 or a smaller number than 0, but it's definitely not higher. So I'm not even really gonna go for it. Right. When she does them normally, stays there for long enough for me to punish it though. It's just in that like phase transition scripted attack where she's like spamming it. If you're quick, you can normally like dash in there, get a hit off, but I don't have enough time to like jump in, position myself with a jump, and then get a pogo off. Not happening. She'd be nimbly dodging right now. Ow. Oh, I'm definitely getting hit there. That's fine. Oh, magnetic dice pop. First magnetic dice of the playthrough. That's pretty high. I do really love this boss too. I can't lie. All of the Weaver bosses in this game are a lot of fun. Like if you would consider Lace a Weaver boss, I know Lace and Phantom they're not technically Weavers, but like, so okay, I'll change it. All of the Children of Grandmother Silk bosses in this game are so much fun. Widow, Phantom, like the second and third Lace fights. Obviously the first one's, you know, not really in the same tier, but it's not supposed to be. It's like basically a tutorial fight. But like Phantom and First Sinner especially. There we go. All right. Grab some popcorn, you guys. I've been told, I'm gonna start a timer. I'm gonna start a stopwatch. I've been told, hey, what the heck? I've been fucking lied to. Hello? 15 minutes, my left butt cheek, dude. Okay, pause. We're doing the myth busting. You know, that's the purpose of today anyway. We're doing the myth busting. Jesus. Okay. I was told in the comments that if you waited at that screen for 15 minutes, I was given conflicting information. So some comments said if you waited at that screen for 15 minutes, it would automatically like beat the boss. You could still beat the boss without doing the parry. Like you don't have to parry the boss to win, right? I was also told some of the other comments were saying, no, that's not true. What happens is it just restarts the fight, and you like get hit, but you get the chance to do the parry again, you know? But you still have to do the parry, which it seems like that's the case. I'll give it one more go. I'll catch up on chat soon, I swear. I'm just kind of like, I mean, if there is any boss that I could like not even look at the screen and still do decent against, it's gonna be this one right now, but still. I'm gonna give it one more go because I don't want to spend too much time here. Okay, let's see. Anything? I can see. Yeah. No, you for sure have to actually parry her. All right, we're doing a save and quit. We're doing a save and quit. You're facing the Void version. Well, yeah, it would be cool if some of the Act 2 and 1 bosses got stronger if you fought them in Act 3, but nah. I got you, Mini Pop. The ultimate heal, the save and quit, the full heal back to your last bench. What would I rate First Sinner from a 1 to a 10? Like I don't like giving things 10s, but it's as close to a 10 as you can get. Like it's a 9. It's my favorite boss in this game for sure. Be really cool if there was a mod that locked you into Pogo. Yeah, that's what I was like on my very first stream of this, because I already knew I was gonna be fucking up so much and like accidentally hitting enemies, like not even meaning to, like literally doing it on accident. I knew I was gonna be doing that already from fucking minute 1. So I was like, dude, I would want a mod for that, like just to lock me into only Pogos. But low-key for me, part of the challenge is actually like staying locked in, not doing any misinputs, not like accidentally hitting the wrong thing, and like only doing the Pogos. That is part of the challenge for me. Dude, completely valid Mini Pop. I personally have not gone for the Steel Soul run yet, but yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do to get the achievement, without a doubt. Actually, no, I just want to go here, right? Yeah. What was the hardest boss so far in this run? Hardest boss so far was definitely Savage Beastfly 2, I think. The hardest thing in this challenge so far was that is definitely, oh, I need to talk to you, right? Yeah. That was the freaking High Halls Gauntlet, bro. Oh my goodness, the High Halls Gauntlet. I am glad. I don't think I'll ever have to do that gauntlet again in such a challenging manner. SILKSONG is killing you right now. Yeah, dude. Steel Soul SILKSONG is gonna be a fucking doozy, bro. A doozy and a half. Without a doubt. I don't think I ever unlocked the door from, I mean, clearly not, right? From that side, so I'm gonna have to go take a long way here, I guess. Thankfully, I did indeed already beat Cygnus and Gron. I did already beat Cygnus and Gron. Thankfully, I had the foresight to do that. I hate the high halls, bro. Valid. Yeah, literally, that's all I had to do to unlock the shortcut. Okay, that's fine. Okay, no, I also had to come in here and press on that, which is fine. Hyle's Gauntlet was really annoying to me when I was getting the conductors. Took you a full day. That is valid. I think I got it on my first playthrough. How many tries did it take me, actually? I don't actually remember on my first playthrough. All I remember, and I'll always be proud of this, is that when I did my speedrun achievement, like the beating the game in, I think it's what, 5 hours. Like I ended up getting it in just under 3. But when I went for that achievement, I beat the High Halls Gauntlet on my first try. Which that was like was very cool for me that I was able to do that, because that was like in the early days of the speedrunning of the game. Like that was one of the toughest segments. Okay, I don't think I need to go here, but here I am. Look, I got the B shard. Are you happy? Yeah, that for like in the speedrunning, in the early days of speedrunning, that was one of the toughest segments. So the fact that I was able to get that in my speedrun on the first try without dying there once, like that was really sick. Robbie Rod, how do you get to Act 3? You don't know how to? There's like the game, there's a couple aspects to it. Like I would say there's 3 main aspects to it. Jesus, oh my god, you guys. There's 3 main aspects to it. There's like a certain number of like quests you need to do. The game keeps track of like how many quests you've done, like how many of the wishes you've done, right? And like it basically keeps track of them with a hidden like counter, and you have to get that counter to like a certain number. I think it's like you have to get it to like 10 or something, and each quest is worth 1 point or something like that, you know? So you have to do a certain number of wishes in the game. That's the first aspect of it. The second aspect of it is there are certain wishes you have to do that's like separate from that like total wish number of amount of wishes you've done. That's number 2. And then third is that's the miscellaneous category, where there's a few things you need to get, like double jump, like doing like there's a few just things you need to get that also are necessary for getting it. You choose the gauntlet. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. There's always a second playthrough to do it normally on, you know, Drupal. So I wouldn't feel too bad about it. Yo, this belly is not safe, Hornet. You would not catch me doing this, bro. You would not catch me doing this. Yeah, wiki carry, bro. At the end of the day, that's the real advice is like if you just go to the page on the wiki and to look up what the requirements are if you want to like find the actual specific like detailed list of what you need, rather than just like a general overview. Mistake, overwhelm, retire, retrieval, impossible. Yo, bro, question. What did you do after killing the Widow in Belheart? My main recommendation, Toshiro, there, would be to go to the Blasted Steps and fully explore that area. That's like the main thing you want to be doing after Widow. I was like, hello, door, you gonna open? Like, can I open you, door? Like, no, literally I have to smack the door to open it. That's funny. I have to break that shit. Okay. Here we are in the abyss, boys. This is some fire stuff. Dude, the first playthrough, oh my god. Like, this is like obvious statement is obvious, I guess, but like the first playthrough of this game is like so much cooler than any of the other ones, you know? Like, obviously that's how it is with every game, but like, man, this game specifically, bro, the first playthrough of this game is like, it's insane. like untouchable. The levels of like coolness, bro. And there are just certain parts that are like, I cannot believe that just happened. And this is one of them for sure, for me at least. The return to the abyss, like, and actually being in the abyss from Hollow Knight 1, and like I'm just back again. Like, oh my god, bro. And like it's like world building too, because it's not like the abyss was a location in Hollow Knight. Like, this is like a layer of the world, like of the Hollow Knight planet. This is like a layer of the planet in Hollow Knight. Like the same way the Earth has like the surface, and then the mantle, and then the crust, or whatever, you know, like whatever, like the layers of the Earth. Like, that is this. Like, this is one of the layers of the planet in this game. Like, just so cool. Was I out of silk just now? No way. Okay, oops. I guess I gotta be a little more careful with my use of the claw line. I don't even actually remember what's in this section. This is a side path. I'm like 99% sure this is a side path. This is probably just for, yep, an arcane egg. Okay. For some rosaries. That's like the last thing I actually ever needed right now. So that was a little bit of a waste of time. Hey! That's fine though. Okay. Once I got to the abyss in Hollow Knight, I thought that it was like an artificial area that the king made to contain his vessels. Yeah, honestly, like that's not a bad that's not even like a bad theory based on like the initial impressions of that area in the game, because it's like so unlike any of the other areas. But I mean, you could kind of say like part of the abyss is like that, right? If you think about it, because like the birthplace or whatever, the section that's literally just like made up of like broken shells and masks from the vessels, like that in a sense is created by the Pale King, was artificially created by the Pale King. What if you were less careful, took more chances, embrace the chaos, live a little, love a little? Well, bro, that's what I got. That's what I got the magnetic dice on for, bro. For the gambage, bro. I live for the gambage. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I am at 1 health right now. I kind of figured that there would be a bench somewhere here, but for some reason, that seems to not be the case yet. I think there's like a bench right here, right? Yeah, literally right here. And then I believe the map is also right here as well. We're coming to the... I'm gonna say we're coming to the end of our first abyssal adventure here, but that's actually not true, because we're about to get the silk sore, but then after that, there's like even more to the abyss. I'll do the Reaper run when? Brownie, first of all, welcome into the stream. Here you lie, Monarch. Sucks with you. Hold on, I'll respond in just a second, Brownie. This is cinema right now. Would you let your lands be choked black just to protect her? To protect just her? Spider dear, what a delight to have you visit. It is oh so lonely here at the bottom of the world. I cannot share your mirth, child. Your small rebellion above now causes this kingdom's collapse. Letting you live was my rebellion, Spider. I've denied my mother your silken strength I've won. She can thrash and waste, and know her pathetic broken child caused the mortal wound. Rejoice and let it all come down. I will not. I have already stood the sentinel for one dying land. That role I would never play again. Oh my god, Hornet, you're just so fucking cool, bro. Holy shit, you're just so fucking cool. While I live and possess the strength to resist this kingdom, and the bugs within it shall not fall. Ha ha ha, Spider! Spider! What a marvelous specimen you are. You fight and fight, heedless as the world crumbles around you. Farloom and her bugs will be crushed to dust, and you'll still be vainly swinging your blade. Yes. Yes. So, Brownie, Reaper challenge when? The answer to that is maybe not as far as you might be thinking, because I think the next series of challenge runs I'm going to do in this game, you know what, I probably do need to go to the left there, or to the right. The next series of challenge runs I'm going to do in this game are going to be no damage upgrades, nail-only runs with each specific nail. I'm probably going to start with the Wanderer Crest, because that's like, that's the one I want to do first, you know? But I plan on doing it for all of them, or at least potentially like a handful of them. So Reaper, you know, Reaper might be coming up soon. Bro, you're good, bro. I'll let that one slide. You can ignore today's question of the day. That I should start updating that command again. I mean, it's your first time visiting in the stream, so it's not like you know that you would have known. But that I have not changed that question of the day in probably like a month or two now. It definitely is ready for a change. 100% SILKSONG Hollow Knight 9 stalls. What the? Why the fuck, what, bro? We got the bro thinks he's on the team reaction.gif on the on that right now. Why is FNAF 4 on that list, Brownie? Why is Undertale on that list also? Honestly, but what is FNAF 4 doing on the Metroidvania challenge run list? All right, guys, I'll help you out. Rabby Rabbit, Mini Pop, I'll help you out. Just say Team Cherry. Just say Team Cherry. You're in the Hollow Knight stream right now. All right. You're among friends. You can just say Team Cherry. FNAF 4 is a Metroidvania, dude. True. You do walk around. And if you think about it, you kind of unlock new areas because you have to do the plush trap minigame. Oh yeah, Toshiro. I do want to play 9 Souls. It looks pretty fun. Daughter of a distant land, we who have remained have waited long. Bind our strength to yours, reclaim the future of our haunted kingdom. The final movement upgrade in the game, boys. The Silk Soar, aka the vertical crystal dash. The ancestral art, that's what they're called in this game. True. Very swag. The real king speak. If you want to do a exclamation point rules in the chat, you can read the full rules of the challenge. But it's more or less just what it sounds like. I can only attack enemies by pogoing them. That's the gist of it. There are like some exceptions to the rule and like more details. If you want to read the full rules, and this is to the YouTube chat as well, you can just do exclamation point rules for the command. And read the full rules of the challenge. I mean, alternatively, you could plug the YouTube channel a little bit. Click on my profile on YouTube, or if you're watching on TikTok or Twitch, find a link to my YouTube on my profile, and check out the last video I uploaded for part 1, aka Act 1 of this challenge. I am quite proud of how the video turned out. What is this? Okay, more shell shards. Honestly, sure, I am kind of low right now. I have plenty of the like things that I can pop to like get more, but I don't mind just getting some. Inferior stream watchers, lol. They have to click on the link in the bio, then click on the video. I just have to click the video. I'm superior. It reminds me, like, that was earlier on one of the streams of this challenge. Somebody was like, I was like doing a plug. I was like, yeah, and if you're joining the stream, like, I would appreciate it if you watch over on Twitch, because I'm actually monetized on Twitch. So technically, it's like, I mean, it's like, you know, we're talking about like a handful of people. So it's not like I'm gonna be making money to live on or something like that. But it's like I am monetized on Twitch, so it's like it's a small difference. So I was like, hey, you know, if you're enjoying the stream, you like the content, like, you know, watch over to Twitch. I would appreciate it. Like that, it would help me out a little bit. And the person, a commenter on TikTok was like, a chatter on TikTok was like, what? Watch you on Twitch, but you make money there. I was like, dude, true. You think I'm here to support you, bro? No, I'm not here to support the stream. Are you an idiot? I'm not gonna watch on Twitch. You're crazy. Oh, dude, you know what would be cool? Yo, mini pop, whatever you prefer, man. Whatever you prefer. As I said, it's a small thing, you know. It technically is better for me. So it's like it is technically better for me because I do make a small amount of money from like ad views and stuff like that. And then like people who, you know, if you're generous and want to like support with your own money, obviously no like pressure to do that, then you can as well, and that would be awesome. But yeah, even just watching makes a small difference. So whatever you prefer. If you, me personally, I kind of had to force myself to start getting used to Twitch because I am very much a YouTube person. I like YouTube more than Twitch. So if you have that same preference, then absolutely no pressure. Yo, Braid in the game, dude. Thank you so much, bro. I genuinely put a lot of work into the video, and as you can see, that's not the only video on my YouTube channel, right? Like I have uploaded other videos to my YouTube channel. So I can say this. I really feel like the performance that video has had genuinely does reflect the quality of the video. That is the first video I've made where I can actually feel like I can actually say I genuinely am proud of how it turned out. I genuinely think that that was an excellent video. So I appreciate the kind words. Like seriously, man, it means a lot. Thank you so much. Yo, what's up? I don't know how at all to say your name. Person who just said hi on TikTok chat. I don't even know. I could not even come close to knowing how to say hi back, other than just saying what's up. And Slugga, thank you for the lives around TikTok as well. Okay, as I figured, this is a one-way thing. So even though I knew that I could like silk soar up from here, whatever, I wouldn't have been able to actually get to it. I am flat broke, but if you have money to spare, I do not. Well, I do appreciate the sentiment, and any of you is a support, so don't even worry about it, man. I appreciate it. Unoya? Okay, bet I got you. Unoya. I'm assuming I'm saying that right. You forgot your password? That's comedy. That is comedy. Well, as I said it. Anyways, no worries about it. No worries. All right, we are about to experience peak again, which is awesome. This section, when I did it on my first playthrough, oh my god, it's just so cool, bro. I kind of touch on it a little bit in the, obviously not for this specific section, but just in general, in the Act 2 video that I'm working on, like talking about the platforming in SILKSONG, because Act 2 is where there's like some more of the actual platforming sections start to pop up, like Mount Faye. Yeah, you got Mount Faye, you got Cogwork Core, and I kind of like bring it up a little bit, but like, dude, I really enjoy the platforming sections of this game. I don't find any of them like particularly hard, especially compared to like the stuff from Hollow Knight, but they're still a lot of fun. All right, let's lock in. This isn't like a super challenge or anything. Oh wow, that hit me from the other side of the rock. That's crazy. All right, volcano is now exploding. You know what? I should have put on the magma belt here. That would have been smart. I guess I'll heal up here. It would have been more efficient for me to like not heal there, but it's fine. All right. Exclamation point rules, by the way, for platforming sections. Obviously, I can use the harpoon. Weebin knew that though. If you were an OG and if you've been around for the Act 2 stuff, dude, what the hell? Man, that's stupid. I literally jumped off of that. I was actually doing this section without like making a single mistake. So if okay, well, there goes that. I was doing the section without making a single mistake. Then I was doing the section with only making one mistake, and now I'm just doing the section. There's the mistake counter is not really relevant anymore. Is that the end? No, right? We're not done. We're not done. Ooh, look how fucking cool this is. Maybe we are done. It kind of looks. Oh, we're done. All right, I thought we weren't done, but we are done. This is my, okay, so to be as precise as possible, this is my second playthrough in terms of me getting to Act 3. In my other playthroughs, this is not my second playthrough. I have beaten the game. This is my fourth playthrough, I guess, because I have done two runs of the game since my first playthrough. And those runs, I stopped at Act 2, because they were like any % speed runs, basically. But this is my second time getting to Act 2. Sorry, Act 3. Act 3. Yeah, this section is insanely cool. Oh yeah, Mount Faye has the Celeste vibes like out the wazoo, bro. The Celeste vibes in Mount Faye are insane. And I don't think I need to go back to the Forge Daughter. I think I can just go straight to the snails. So I will do that. Yeah, so back to Bone Bottom. How could Hornet do this to the poor volcano? I feel like, if anything, the volcano did it to her, man. She kind of didn't really have a choice with the way that volcano was chasing her, bro. It's not her fault. She kind of had to do it. Oh, you fuckers, you're pillaging this poor former village. Very, very rude, guys. Very not cool. Very not swag. Is it hard to go back not having any upgrades and tools? Honestly, not as much as you would think. At least in my opinion. You could have a different experience if you ever like go back for repeat playthroughs, but it's not as bad in my opinion because of how fast you get the sprint. Yeah, just because of how fast you can get the upgrades back. Like if you're following the right route, you can get all the way to having a wall jump within like under an hour. And now there are people who literally beat the game in under an hour, right? So obviously you can get up until wall jump without an hour. But I'm talking about like you don't have to be some god speedrunner. You have to be good and you have to know a few like tricks, like speedrunning tricks and skips and stuff like that. But you can get to the wall jump in literally under an hour, like relatively easily. So if you know what you're doing and like your priority is getting the like the movement upgrades and stuff, it's really not that hard. Yeah, exactly. Sprint is the only thing I would miss. Yeah, that's definitely the main one that once you get it, you're like, okay, I'm feeling good now. Now I'm feeling good. Elegy of the Deep. Draw out memories of Farloom's forgotten past. Beautiful. Okay. So let's get the Wanderer or the Shaman's Crest. And then we'll probably, hopefully I have 2 memory lockets and I can put my blue and my yellow on this. I don't actually know if I will, but we'll see. We shall see. Shaman Crest, you are mine. Well, I wanted something completely out of topic and insanely difficult, so I chose FNAF 4. Is 4 considered one of the more difficult FNAF games? I thought honestly it was generally considered one of the easier ones, but I could be wrong about that. The only I haven't really fully played through any of them. Nice. Shaman Crest. All right, well, let's actually head back and get to a bench so I can like take a look at the crest. So here's the full like notes and everything on Shaman Crest, right? So it has arguably the most basic / simple moveset of any of the crests. It's relatively slow at swinging, but so the DPS isn't like anything crazy, but it has simple moves and it has great range, making it safe. And the whole idea behind the crest is that you're not even supposed to be using, it's not like strong because it has a good moveset. It's strong because it buffs up the spells of the game, right? So that's the whole idea of the crest. Now, normally something like that would mean, okay, so I'm probably not going to use the crest because same logic as the Wanderer or the Beast or the Reaper crest. That would probably just be boring, like, for this challenge. The idea of this challenge is to use the more tricky Pogos in SILKSONG compared to the more simple Pogos in Hollow Knight, and, like, beat the whole game with just that, right? But the thing is, unlike the Wanderer crest and unlike the Reaper crest, this crest has some pretty big downsides that come along with the more simple Pogo and a more simple moveset, right? So for the other crest that falls into that category that has a simple Pogo, but a pretty big downside along with it is the Witch's Crest. The Witch, the big one is on that one, like the big downside is you cannot heal in this challenge because to heal with the Witch's Crest, you need to hit the enemy with the bind, and that is not allowed. That is not a Pogo, so I cannot use it to hit the enemy. This crest, however, has a bind that I can use to heal, just like that. The issue with the bind, though, is it is bad because you have to use it on the ground and it's slower. So that's the first downside, and that's the main downside. The bind, while at least I can heal outside of combat and I can heal without hitting the enemy, you know, it is still usable, thankfully, right? The downside is that it's grounded and slower, which is like way worse. It might not seem that worse, but it's a lot worse. The other downside is I cannot use red tools with this crest. Just flat out, I cannot use red tools with this crest. That's a pretty major downside as well. So with those two downsides, is this going to be worth using? We'll see. Damn, have I really been live for over an hour? Yeah, I have. That's crazy, Mini Pop. That's awesome though. I appreciate you for sticking around though. That's for sure. I do appreciate you sticking around. What other blue do I want? Yeah, Fraction Mass for sure. Just spamming group requests at the end of the game. True. Truth new. Wait, how are you pogoing bosses that have a helmet? SNS bot? That is a very good question. There thankfully aren't that many required bosses that need pogoing. There is like a couple. So for those, I can literally show you right now. The strat that I went for those is this strat right here. I can just show you. It's this right here. It's the Wispfire Lantern. This will constantly generate damaging like wisps that will attack into enemies. It takes silk to use, but you obviously always regenerate a baseline amount of silk and can just use like that silk. So it works, right? It works. And it'll constantly damage enemies. Now, I'll never have enough silk to heal because this will always be taking up my silk, and I can't hit enemies that are immune to pogos, so I can't even generate more silk. So I'll never be able to heal. So it basically just becomes like a tanking fest or like a dodging fest. And that is the strategy to beat pogo immune enemies. It is very much a loophole. I'd say strictly definitionally, it is allowed in the challenge. It's not me attacking enemies. And that's number one. Like, that is a passive thing that's happening in the background. And then number two, blue tools are not banned from this challenge. So that Wispfire Lantern is a blue tool. So, you know, it's a loophole though. And I don't use it. I don't use any other like damaging tools outside of like when I have to fight a pogo immune boss. So it's a loophole, but in the interest of actually being able to beat the game, I figured I gave it a pass. You beat all of the Act 3 dream bosses with Shaman Crest no tool. I think I did some of them. I did the first little bit of Act 3 I used with the Shaman Crest in my first playthrough. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it quite a bit. And I think for this challenge it'll be an interesting mix up to finish off the rest of this challenge with it. You know, I easily could see myself, and probably will, at least for Lost Lace, just switch back to the Hunter's Crest. Like, that's very possible that I will do that. Oh, goated, he is here. That's amazing. But we'll see. It's so fun, man. Time flies when I'm watching an underrated streamer. Awesome. What now? That's a good question. That is genuinely a good question. Yeah. So, there are 4 options. I could go to Lost Verdania and, you know, get the heart from there. I could go to the Sands of Karak and get the heart from there. I could go to Carmelita, get the heart from there. Or I could go to the, what's the last one? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, I could go to Seth and do the boss there. Which that sounds like what I want to do, honestly. I think that's what I will do. Let's go see if we can fight Seth. Okay, so we'll go to the Blasted Steps, I think. Seth first. Although... Okay, I take it back. Let's go to Greymore first. I am gonna do Lost Verdania first, I think. Just because that's like a pretty good... So the idea with Lost Verdania right now for me is... I don't want to use it to replace any of the 3 normal like hearts. I don't want to use it to replace any of the 3 normal hearts. I want to use it like I still want to do it just because I think it'll be fun to try it. But I don't want to like use it instead of any of the other ones. So with that logic, I'll do it first. And then if it does come to the case where I don't really, you know, I'm kind of backed into a corner and I end up needing to use it to replace, I'll have already done it at least, you know. But if I end up doing all 3, then bet. Like I'll save the most anticlimactic one. Like I'll do the most anticlimactic one first. And I feel like that's a pretty good logic. Oh god. You're still alive? Alright, yeah, I should be fighting you first, obviously. Man, you are tanky, by the way. Did anyone tell you that? And I just missed it. It's fine, I'll just do this. Ow. How are you alive? There's gonna be more, isn't there? And I just got hit again. Alright, I feel like I can do you guys without getting hit. If anything would stop me from doing that, actually, it is your void abilities, so I do want to be careful of that. Wow, that's unlucky. And I missed out on the heal, of course. Alright, I'm gonna go for the heal now. Sick. No! How did I not get hit there? What the fuck? Oh my god. Dude, I keep dashing straight down when I don't mean to. I'm like trying to input really quickly, like back to back, a dash and then a pogo. So I accidentally like am holding down when I go for the dash, and it's causing me to dash downward. It's quite annoying. Good heal here, I think. Yeah, this was a free heal. That was awesome. All right, I'm back into the comfy levels of health zone, I would say. Dude, having a pogo attack that goes straight down is such a game changer. Oh my god. How are they still alive? What is going on? Holy shit, these guys have infinite health. Okay, I think I finally just killed one. Jesus, brother. Oh my gosh. Finally. Oh my god. This gauntlet respawns when you start Act 3. Jesus. Will I come eat? Give me like 4 or 5 minutes, Sarah. So yeah, I will come eat, but I need a couple minutes. So yeah, we're coming to a close here. Super short stream today, which does feel a little bad, but it's fine. That's fine. I don't have time to do all of Lost Verdania today anyway, so better to just get to it rather than get to it and end there rather than start it and not even finish it. So we'll see. I might have a longer stream on Thursday and like finale and knock out all of the other acts. Did you hear me, Sarah?
No.
Okay, I said I'll come soon. Like I need a couple minutes, but I'll come in a second. Yeah, in the fridge there should be some. Am I in the right place still? I think I am. Wait a minute, I'm not. Oh, I don't. Am I? Do I have the compass on? I actually don't. How could I be so foolish to not equip the compass? Okay, I am in the right place though. This area is just longer than I remember. All right, sick. I did everything correctly. I'm glad to say that. I'm glad to say I did do everything correctly. You know that if that pathway's open, then you're chilling. Gotta hop out for a bit. Well, Mini Pop, by the time you're back, I'll probably be gone myself. So I do appreciate you hopping into the stream. Stranger, crest wanking. Quest wanking? I think the quests are all pretty good. Oh, I just smacked that guy. I just smacked that guy normally. And the last bench I sat at was like all the way at the fucking Belby station. You've got to be kidding me, bro. That sucked so bad. That sucked so bad. Okay, actually, it's not as bad as I thought. I did rest at the halfway home. Thankfully, I was smart enough to do that. Okay, crest ranking. I have not used all of them enough to give a full ranking. I'll just let you know that. For example, I have not used the Witch Crest for a substantial amount of time. And I have not used the Architect's Crest for a substantial amount of time without only using it for pogoing. So those two I have not used a lot. No, Brownie, I've used Reaper enough to give a ranking on it. In my first playthrough, I used Reaper for a solid like 2 or 3 hours, you know. I didn't do a whole playthrough with Reaper, but I did use it for a little while. I did use it. Yeah. I used it. It was the I think it was the first or the second crest it was the first. It was the first alternative crest that I unlocked. So I used it when I got it. But then I realized relatively quickly that I really didn't like it that much. So before too long, I switched back to the Hunter. But I did use the Reaper for maybe like 2 or 3 hours, like for like 3 or 4 of the bosses of the game. Like for example, Sister Splinter, I believe I fought with Reaper. But my rankings, I think personally, I would put the Beast at the bottom. And I think I would put Reaper right above that, like second from the bottom. Then Shaman, then Wanderer, then Hunter. And that's my current ranking, and it doesn't include architects. It doesn't include the architect crest or the witch's crest, just because I haven't used those. I mean, in this challenge, I've used both of those a decent amount, especially the architects. I got a lot of use of the I got a lot of use with the architect's crest in this challenge, except I did it all with pogoing only, so that doesn't really count for just ranking the crest itself, in my opinion. So I would say that's my ranking overall, and then definitely subject to change as I use the other crests more, but we'll see how that goes. I would do Witch at the bottom with Shaman, then Hunter, then Wanderer, then Beast, then Reaper. Wow, dude, Reaper at top is crazy. I feel like it's such a beginner-friendly crest in kind of a bad way. Like, in like a... When you're a beginner, it's totally fine, use it. But, like, once you've gotten a few hours under your belt, like, you should switch off of it and do a more of a fast-paced, high skill ceiling crest, in my opinion. So that's crazy, putting it at number 1. That's crazy. But to each their own. All right, you guys, I have to go eat a scrumdiddlyumptious dinner. All right, you don't even know how scrumdiddlyumptious this dinner is about to be. So I do have to kind of end it off a little early. We will be live on Thursday. All right, I will try to get part 2 out as fast as possible. It's a lot of work to make YouTube videos. Okay, it takes a lot of time, so just bear with me on it. But thank you guys for all the support today. I do really appreciate it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.